してるより愛してることを伝える言葉がないのは
Okay, everybody, into my cabana. All right, can you all squeeze in? Come on, everybody. Oh, look, there's room over there on the sofa. Ah, glad you all made it. Welcome to my cabana for $100 a day. Miss Lucy, did you welcome our guests? Yes, Miss Lucy can't hold her liquor, can she? Nope, she has to lick everyone. Sorry about that, folks. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my cabana. Yay, I'm glad y'all fit in here, right? So, number one, this is not a political post. So, if I see people posting things political in the comments, I'm going to turn the comments off. This is not about politics. This is just facts. So, oh, and if you can prove me wrong, go ahead and write it in the comments. I would love to be wrong about this stuff. So, the government just told me, I know I said it's not political, but you'll see where I'm going with this. The government just told me that my 4th of July was 19 cents cheaper than it was last year. Right. What the government failed to tell you was they switched me from a juicy hamburger to a hot dog, as if I couldn't tell, right? All right. So, about 6 months ago, my $5.99 1-pound ham steak went up to $6.99, and today I bought it for $7.99. My prime rib dinner went from $6.99 to $8.99. And how about the price of gasoline? I was paying $1.75 in Laughlin, Nevada, and now it's over $4 in California. California, we were paying about $2 a gallon. So that's from November 2020 to July 2021, 8 months ago. Check out the prices in a grocery store. Hamburger went up seriously expensive. And the 1-bedroom apartment I always tell you about in Redlands, okay, 5 years ago I moved out of that and I was paying $1,200 a month rent. Why? Because every year I could see that that apartment was going up $100 a month, and it didn't take a genius to figure out that my cost of living adjustment was about $7 a month. So that $1,200 a month apartment is now $1,600 to $1,700, and with utility, that's about $23,000 a year. How can anybody afford that? Oh, and this video is in response to people saying I could never afford to live in a car. So please watch one of my videos. It's on the playlist. I think it's Van Life. But if you Google in Change Your Mind, Change Your Life, Postcards from Terry, it should pop up. So, how does anyone afford to live in an apartment? They keep building luxury apartments. You know what I think is a luxury? Being able to afford an apartment. That's a luxury. I don't care if it has a swimming pool and whatever. The base rent, seriously, $2,000 a month for a 2-bedroom? That's crazy talk. But why make my landlord life? Why don't I have a rich life instead? Oh, and by the way, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you if you decide to take the leap, some really low-cost, fun, and free things to do. Because I see on YouTube all the time, or no, actually it's in the comments on Facebook, at some of these groups, I'm bored. I don't know what to do with myself. So here's how I have a rich life. And me and Miss Lucy, we have an awful lot of fun. I believe in fun. That's the first order of business every day. What can we do for fun? And what can we do for free? That's fun. All right. So I look at things through a different lens. I have this thing called a fun meter. And let's say I have a choice. I can go to dinner, out to dinner for $10, or I can go out to dinner for $100. Is the $100 dinner 10 times better than the $10 dinner? And most would argue, maybe it's twice as good, maybe 3 times as good, but it's not 10 times as good. You know, tonight for dinner, we're having a free hot dog. Yay, I love free. So, oh, I also have another video, champagne taste on a beer budget. I also have one that's called It's Free. So look on my playlist or just Google it. I love the one It's Free, to where I go in and I tell you all the free things that I do and how I get free stuff. But, all right, I'm going to pause. Here's a fun thing to do. It cost a whole $1. Got these glasses at Dollar Tree. I'm going to walk around the casino today in this. Or remember the face mask that I made with my little clown nose? That was so much fun. But here's a $1 fun thing that I love doing. And once you invest in this, you only have to invest once. Okay, I love Farkle. And I have a short video, the Farkle hut, to where we play Farkle in the middle of the desert. This guy has the Farkle hut and he drives in and we play Farkle, and we Farkle all hours of the night. It's so much fun. But how much does Farkling cost? Well, I went to the Dollar Tree and I got 10 dice. Now you only need 6 dice for Farkle, and you know, you can YouTube the instructions. It really is a fun game. Best to play with at least 2 people. Playing by yourself is not a lot of fun. But I love Farkling. How much does it cost me to watch a movie with Karen? Absolutely nothing. And you know what? That's one of my favorite things to do. Or we can go to the theater. I know a lot of theaters, $5 to go out and see a movie. You know, I really do live large, and that's what I want to teach you. You can live large, but not spend a lot of money. All right, let me pause. So let's compare 2 things. Now, Balboa Park, San Diego is amazing, and the zoo there is amazing. But I just checked, admission price to the zoo is $62 for the cheapest ticket. Oh, great. They're going to cut a tree right here. I'm talking. Sorry, that was annoying. You know, that cabana cost $100 to rent, and all it is people going by with trash cans, rumbling trash cans, and leaf blowers and noise, and it's like, I'd rather be in my room. Wouldn't you, Miss Lucy, where the air conditioning is? It was only 100 degrees out there. Now, true, the little cabana was a little bit cooler, but not by much. This is so much better, isn't it, Lucy? All right, you want to get down? So, let's do a comparison. Sorry about that high so. Let's do a comparison. We're in Balboa Park for the day, and the zoo costs $62. Now, it's a long walk into the zoo, so you're probably not going to want to walk back to your car and have a picnic lunch, especially not take time out of your busy day. You just paid $62 to enter the zoo, or there's a lot of other things to do. So, let's compare things. And I do believe the Balboa Zoo is beautiful and it's well worth it, but if I don't have about $100 to spend to go to the zoo, I may not do it. So, I Google free things to do in Balboa Park, and let me give you a complete, really quick rundown of what the Google search came up. Number 1 is the Spanish Village Art Center. I love that place. I've been there maybe 100 times. There's like 100 little galleries right there, and you can watch the artists make ceramic, do printmaking, do all sorts of artwork, and it's free. All right, the Timken Museum of Art is free. Free Sunday concerts. They have the Spreckles organ, so that's a lot of fun. Free tram ride, free concerts in the park. I think they also have movies on the green on some nights. They have 65 miles of hiking trails, and it is beautiful to hike. I love hiking in Balboa Park. The Botanical Gardens, the Gem and Mineral Society, the Museum of Art, the international cottages. They have a lot of different cottages, like from Sweden and Mexico and all throughout the whole world, and you can go in and interact with them, and it's free, all those cottages. And then other things I like to do. I love people watch. I like taking photos and maybe have a picnic. The trees at Balboa Park are amazing. They're huge and magnificent. I think one of them's over 1,000 years old. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you weigh it. The zoo may cost you $100 for the day, or all this free stuff, which would take you days and days and days to see. But if the zoo is on your bucket list, then by all means go to the zoo. I would definitely choose it. It's well worth it. All right, but there's so many free or cheap things to do. I'm busy all day long. I go to bed. I wish I could fall asleep, but I'm exhausted at nighttime. I don't want to wake up in the morning. In fact, what I'm doing is I am holed up in another hotel room. I've learned how my computer works, and making stickers, really pretty stickers. Wait, let me show you one. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack this, but don't forget, postcards for Terry. I'll put my mailing address down the bottom, and the cutoff deadline date is July 31st, and we'll have the contest mid-August. All right, look at that one. That's Postcards from Terry. Isn't that a beauty? I'm not sure. I'm going to give away quite a few of these. And then I was working on the happy face. I love that one. And these have not been cut out yet, but these are my peace signs, tie-dye peace signs. And Garuvi, but I don't know if you can see the crystal black paper in there, little holographic crystals. And that is sort of like a chrome paper. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm excited about. All right, back to our regular title program of I'm bored in my car. I can't believe people that go car camping are bored. And it's like, I need 500 hours in a day to get done everything I want to get done. All right, so this is another one on changing your mind. I love playing the slots downstairs. And I play a nickel at a time. And well, my biggest bonus, I think I won $140 and I was playing 7 cents at a time. So I'm a liar. But, you know, let's say I'm pushing $1 at a time and I won $2,000. Would $2,000 change my life? No. And it probably cost me $5,000 to win the $2,000. So, you know, why would I put $1 at a time? I like playing nickel slots, so that's what I do. All right, so I'm going to give you my favorite things to do when I'm sorry, I'm not broke, but I would never spend, you know, $500 to see Cher in a concert, even though I love Cher. So let's say you make the leap. All right, here is my number one favorite thing to do. Is there's a vlogger, Steve, I don't know what he does. He goes around and visits grave sites. But my favorite grave sites that I visited so far was in Palm Springs. So I love visiting dead people, famous dead people. So I saw Frank Sinatra's gravesite and Sonny Bono's. And these two are mega in my life, especially Frank Sinatra and Sonny Bono. And all they have is a little plaque. You would never know that they were the superstars that they were. So, but that's fun to do. I love going to old cemeteries. That is so much fun. Number two, a cheap boogie board. I think my boogie board cost me like $8 over at Michael's or Joann's. San Diego, it's great. The water isn't as is warmer than it is in Laguna Beach. I don't know why, but I have so much fun boogie boarding. Reading free books. Now I'm not a good reader because my comprehension sucks. But they have these little bird houses and they have free books in it, and they're everywhere I go. Or you can just go to Goodwill or any thrift store and get them for 25 cents, 50 cents. There's millions of really good books. And what I would do is, like at Balboa Park, they have those magnificent 1,000-year-old trees. Wouldn't it be great to just sit there, read a book, and have a picnic lunch? That's my idea of a great day. Watch a sunrise or sunset. I watched so many sunsets at Laguna Beach and took a lot of photos. That was fabulous. You know what? These cell phones, everyone has a cell phone. And I use a stupid editing software. It's called YouCut. And it cost me a whole $12. And I love making videos on my phone. Why don't you make some videos on your phone? And starting a YouTube channel costs $0. So, and it's a lot of fun. All right. One of my favorite places to find cheap art supplies is at the hardware store. You know, people can go and buy earrings, you know, that have diamond crusts and everything, but not everybody sells earrings with washers, screws, nuts, bolts. I love all of that stuff. So that's where I find really good, really cheap art supplies. Do something silly. Do you know how much fun I have driving around in my van with my mask on, with my clown nose? And when I'm stopped at a light, I turn and look at people and they just crack up. They're not expecting it. So, how much did that cost me? $1. How much do my glasses cost me? $1. You know, I love walking around in the casino and seeing all the looks that I get with these glasses on. It's fun. Here's something I used to love doing. Go out. Especially when you travel, there are leaves all over the place. It's like they fall off a tree. And then go ahead and press them into books. And there really are, it's so much fun to press leaves. It really is. Press into, and you make bookmarks out of them. All right. Now, a lot of people, they live in these fabulous neighborhoods, and yet they never go out and explore the town. So, Play tourist in your hometown. That is so much fun to do. I do that all the time in Redlands. I'm amazed at a new building that I'll find. We have a lot of Victorian architecture out there. Some new place that I haven't discovered or something I haven't seen in 30 years. So play tourist in your old town. One of the things I love about the cell phone, YouTube, is, you go bird watching. There are so many videos on how to identify different types of birds. I love flea markets and thrift stores, but you don't have to buy, you don't have to bring it home. And let's say you saw something that tickled your fancy. Okay, take a photo of it. I have in my albums collections of things that I love. I don't have to own it. I can just scroll through the photos and maybe it's a funny saying on a sign or something, but all those are right there for me. So I do collect things, but I collect photos. All right, so let's say you're home. Plan a concert in your living room. Let's see if I got this. This is my little speaker, and this is a rock box from Goal Zero. Rock out, rock box. But it's from Goal Zero. It was on clearance. I think I got it for $15. These speakers are awesome. So I'm not going to spend $500 to see Cher. Sorry, I love you. And I know tickets are cheaper, but then you got to watch it on the Jumbotron, so why not watch it at home anyhow? I would need, maybe it's $1,000. But why not make a concert in my home? I can get out my black wig, pretend I'm Cher, do all the singing. I have a fake microphone anyhow. Enjoy. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. All right. Do you want to know a couple of cheap arts and crafts? And these are things that you can take with you on the road, in your car. How about you learn calligraphy? That is so much fun. All you need is a pad of calligraphy paper and some calligraphy pens. It doesn't take up any space. Or, there's these old-fashioned things called magazines that they have over at libraries that they sell for $0.25 or $0.10. Why not collage and create a dream board of all the places you want to go? The Mod Podge, you can go to Dollar Tree, get a little jar of Mod Podge for $1, get the brushes for $1, the magazines, you can probably get 20 of them for $5, and then make all these dream boards. Oh yeah, the poster board over at Dollar Tree costs $1. So we're talking about $5-6, and create these vision boards for where you want to go. That's what I used to do all the time. As you walk past a restaurant and it smells really good, I saw downstairs they have seafood shrimp Diablo. I love it. I used to get it at the Cheesecake Factory all the time, and they took it off the menu. And I can spend like $50 for that meal, and plus everything else on top of it, or make it myself. And you know what? I get lots more shrimp when I make it myself. You know what? I love going to botanical gardens, but let's say you're home and you don't have botanical gardens. Go visit a nursery. Or even when I go to Walmart, the garden center, I love looking at all their plants, or Home Depot, looking at all their plants. So when you don't have a botanical center, that's what I like to do. Work on your bucket list. I have a book over there of all the places I want to get to in my lifetime, and every time I hear or see something new on a YouTube video, I write it down. And you know what? Bonus points if you have those magazines and you collage pictures with it. I mean, doing all this vision and stuff really helps. I love volunteering, and you're like, Terry, how can you volunteer? You live in a van, you travel around all the time. Well, don't take it from me, but I heard on the interwebs, on the inner zones, is that Jamie over at Enigmatic Nomadic is thinking about doing a van build again. Yay! I hope they do have a van build, and I definitely will be volunteering. If the woman's RTR gets going again, I definitely will be volunteering. I want to be there January. And if the RTR gets going again, I definitely will be volunteering. And you know what? When you're volunteering, you're not spending money and you're helping others. It's a win-win. And I really do love meeting and greeting people. That's new to me this year. I've never been this way, but when COVID hit and I was paranoid and scared to death, I changed my whole mind and I changed my whole life. All right, can you think of any free sports that you like to do? Do you like going for hikes? Do you like playing tennis? A lot of places have wall ball, so you can play wall ball, ping pong, pickleball. What sports can you think of that are fun? And sports are great because they help you build up your muscle. I love doing my Tai Chi exercises. I think every day we all need to stretch for like 15 minutes. Let's say you're traveling and you find a new city. First, is it safe? But one of the things, like when I first went to San Diego, I got on the bus, and I think it cost $1 for the day, and I rode that bus all around the whole city so I could get a good feel of that. And I also did that when I was in Oahu. I mean, you know, I know it's only 66 miles big, Oahu, but what better way to understand where this is, where that is, where that is, so then you can really, once you visualize it, the next day you can say, all right, I want to go here, here, and here. All right. All right, my favorite thing is go to shops that normally scare you. When I first found myself living in a van, I was terrified of everything. I had to learn everything. So I would go to Sport Chalet, and I couldn't talk to people at the time. And I wanted to learn how my little butane stove worked and what did I need for camping. And, you know, it scared me. And maybe I could take 2 minutes inside that store, then 3 minutes, then 4 minutes. So, go ahead and try doing that one. All right, I'm going to check my list. Yay! So I covered everything on my list. So go out there, have fun. You don't have to have the mindset that every day you're going to be spending $200 a day for Disneyland. I've been free for 10 years and haven't been to Disneyland yet, but I am going to go. And I'm especially going to go to Dollywood. I like Dollywood so much more because it's inexpensive and, you know, Disneyland, unless you buy the fast pass, the faster pass, and the fastest pass, which cost hundreds, Dollywood, you know, you just wait in line 10-15 minutes and you get to go on a ride. All right, I will see you down the road, and remember, it doesn't have to be expensive living in your car, truck, van, or SUV. Bye from Mount Terry.
愛してるより愛してることを伝える言葉がないの